welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share the 5 must-haves to be a data scientist in the real world. Before we get started, please be sure to hit the like button for this video and subscribe for future content. Being a data scientist is probably everyone's dream, as it sounds really fascinating and a little bit sexy. For me, I love being a data scientist as I learn a lot of things on a daily basis, and I enjoy the process of transforming the data into useful information. Today, I would like to spend a couple minutes to share with you my 2 cents in terms of the 5 must-haves to be a data scientist. The 5 must-haves contains the following elements: 2 professional knowledge, 2 programming skills, and 1 soft skill. First, let's talk about professional knowledge. I always encourage people to have 2 professional knowledge, which are understanding how exactly machine learning algorithm works and the mechanism or the statistic behind those algorithms. Applying machine or deep learning algorithm is easy when you're using the code, because all you need to do is to import a package and run the corresponding function with some predefined parameters. However, it would be a lot more helpful if you know how exactly the algorithms work, so that you can better decide how you can apply those parameters accordingly to build a better model. Here, I would like to recommend 2 resources that I frequently use. The first resource that I would like to recommend is the Coursera course called Machine Learning Lecture by Andrew Nim. As many of you have already heard of his name, to me, he is the god of AI world, and I really love his course because it provides a very detailed and well-organized structure for you to learn more about the professional knowledge of machine learning. The next resource that I will be recommending is called An Introduction to Statistical Learning. I know it has the application in R in the book title, but I think that's totally fine. If you're not comfortable of using R, you can always use another programming language that you feel the most comfortable with. And the reason why I love this book is it has a very structured chapter. First of all, it provides you with the very high level way in terms of machine learning, and going forward for each chapter, the book will explain to you about how the statistics works behind it, and it helps me a lot, and I still have my hard copy handy. Next, I would like to talk about the 2 must-haves for programming languages. As many of you have already known, programming experience is required to be a data scientist for most of the jobs. And the 2 programming languages that I'm recommending you to have can be divided into 2 categories. The first one is programming language that you use for building your model or doing the analysis and plotting. The next one is the querying language, such as SQL, MySQL, and etc. And for the formal programming language, I would recommend you to start with either Python or R. These 2 programming languages are the ones that used by most of the data scientists, and programming language like R and Python got listed a lot in the job descriptions. And in terms of learning resources, I would recommend you to start with either Coursera course, or there is a website called DataCamp. The reason why I like DataCamp is because it will guide you through the whole process step by step, so that you can get a better understanding about how the data structure works among those programming language. So I will recommend you to start from there if you are newbies for either R or Python. And in terms of the querying language, I personally would recommend you to get a more idea about how SQL works, because that querying language is frequently used by a lot of people nowadays. And for the learning resource, I would recommend you to check out W3 School. The SQL lecture on this website is pretty well organized, and it even has the online IDE environment so that you can test the code in real time without installing anything in your personal computer. Also, their tutorial covers most of the techniques that I'm using on my day-to-day life. The last must-have to be a data scientist is soft skills, which is storytelling. This skill is hard to obtain, especially for non-native English speaker. I do personally think if you can tell a good story when you're presenting, you can definitely add a lot of colors on your results. A good storyteller can guide the audience step by step and help them obtain the useful information from the data itself. Although this skill is not a built-in skill for most of the non-native speaker or even native English speakers, I do think this kind of skill can be learned from different resources. And take myself for example, right now I am the member of a Toastmaster club made on a bi-weekly basis, and we do some instant public speech. Whatever question you got assigned, you have to immediately give 1 to 2 minute speech to help you build some confidence speaking in front of people and polish your structure skill when it comes to public speaking. One thing to add on is that Toastmaster Club is an international organization, so feel free to visit their website to find out the club near you the most. That's it for today's 5 must-haves to be a data scientist. Let's do a quick recap for the 5 elements that I think is really important for you to have. The first 2 are the 2 professional knowledge, and going forward we have the 2 programming language that you need to obtain, and the last one is the soft skill, which is storytelling. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this information will be helpful for you. If you like this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks again, and I'll see you in next video. Bye!